I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I know I wasn't here the first time around.
And I haven't seen you since before the holidays.
It's been since last year, really.
Yeah, it really has since last year. Such a long time ago.
When we think about it.
Yes, it really was.
But we're mid-January now.
We are. I can't believe it.
Where's it going?
I'm not sure where my January went. It was exceptionally busy, and if you look at my calendar, it's going to continue to be exceptionally busy.
Life is busy.
It is very busy.
You go with the flow, roll the dice.
That's it. We have, the kids are doing their first pardon, their first communion in church.
Cool.
So we have to go to North Bay every couple of weeks for the meetings with the priest. We're lucky the kids are in the Catholic schools, though.
Okay.
And so the school does a lot of the work for us.
Okay.
Which is kind of nice. And then, I have my Neura business and
that's
all
rolling.
of that. It's a little slow, but December, January is always slow. That's what
typical for anything, really.
That's it. You know, it's anything sales based.
Everybody spent money in January. They kind of.
That's it. January they cut, and then February it starts to ramp up.
It'll peak up.
So, yeah, that's it.
So good. And the kids are good.
Oh yeah, they're keeping us busy.
Good. Us too. We were. Yeah. It was great during the holidays, and it was fun. And then.
Did everyone come down for the holidays?
Yes. Good. They left all on Christmas Day, but it was good. And then we got sick, and we had a flood at home.
Oh no!
We had pipes that broke and
dear.
Came through the bathroom, which Al had to tear apart the ceiling and the walls and the pipe downstairs. And
oh dear!
I brushed my teeth on the second, thinking, okay, I'm up to par, Brushed my teeth, and I was like, oh my God, look at all the water all over the counter. I'm like, oh, what a mess! I just thought maybe the thing, it's one of those lift up, so it's a deep sink.
Okay.
So I went to go grab the towel, and I get two drips, drip, right down my glasses, and I look up and I went, oh no. We renovated that bathroom. It happened in 2019, so we renovated it around 2020, right away, but I mean, it's because of where it fell. And it's the double sink up on top, so the piping let go, and I'll check the piping on the other side, and he said the pipe's fine, everything's good, but here we are, 5 years later.
Oh dear.
Renovating the same bathroom. Yeah.
That's painful.
Yeah, it was fun. It is what it is.
That's it.
There are worse things, right?
Yeah.
All right.
So we had a tvcTK memory posted on Facebook this week. Did you see it?
I did.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about it?
I know nothing about it.
Unfortunately, I don't either. But we do know that.
It was George Lefebvre Sr.
Yes.
And it's a screenshot from the National Film Board of Canada.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah. So.
Have you ever been to the museum, National Film Board Museum?
No, we haven't been there.
That's pretty amazing. If you want to bring kids, it's a lot of documentary, a lot of history, a lot of
cool.
Black and white films.
Yeah.
So and actually in Science and Technology in Ottawa, they used to have a place inside there
I do remember
as
that.
well.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing. Pretty educational too for the kids. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so we didn't even we didn't know who it was, but it's nice that
it's
feedback on it, right?
That's great.
It is.
So we didn't tell them what week we were doing.
I was going to say, Catherine, we jumped right into the news.
We sure did.
I think it's awesome, though. That means we're just rolling here, sitting here, chatting.
Exactly.
Life is good.
It's great.
We are the news of
January 16th.
Already.
Yeah.
January 16th.
2025.
Oh my God! And I don't even know if I sent the birthday request in.
I don't know.
You forgot to remind me, Steph. So I have to remind her to remind me. Did you see the face? She's like, okay, breathe in. I'm just kidding. I could always go look on my phone quickly, but I'm not going to do it. It is what it is.
That's
right? There is something I do want to mention, though. So people that know Jean Ayotte, he's in the hospital. So Jean's office wasn't far from mine. He was a mill runner. Everybody speaks of Jean very highly as a very good mill runner. And when I was over on the other side, he knew I would stay late, and I would bug him, or he'd bug me and say, "Did you make coffee?" And I'd say, "No, did you?" And he'd go, "No, do you want me to?" He was always like that, so kind and smiling and whatnot. So just for people's information, Jean has had a couple of surgeries pretty serious surgeries. The last one, so he had a brain surgery, and then he ended up clotting, and they did scans, and he ended up having another surgery. And this morning, right now, they're just waiting to see the results. Okay. So it was pretty tough for the family because they had to make some choices of he could die on this operation because he's weak. He can become paralyzed or like no life kind of, or he can survive it with major treatments and whatever he's going to need.
Okay, with physical therapy.
That's right. So they chose to do the operation, and this morning they were just waiting to see results. So on behalf of tvcTK, if you guys don't know him, but other people may, we want to send, our thoughts and our prayers that keep Jean strong.
Absolutely.
Very well respected person at the site.
And sending strength as well to the family who are standing by. And
thank you. That's equally important.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So, we were talking before we started recording about, a lot of people spend a lot of money at Christmas, so they tend not to spend as much in January.
True.
But if you are in need of some things, Place au Soleil is having a huge discount sale right now. They have Christmas items for sale as well, so if you are in need of something, please go and see what they have. They say everything must go.
We should go peek, but my husband, please, I hope he's not hearing this when it goes, but I have so much Christmas stuff, but Stephanie does too, and she brings a lot here to the...
If I bring more Christmas stuff home,
Oh, I have too much. Me too. But
I might get my wrist slapped.
I was just thinking that if we needed something here, at the studio or whatnot.
That'd be good.
But it's not maybe just Christmas. Stephanie has done an amazing job with our decor and things going on, and she brings a lot of it from home.
She does.
So, maybe it's something... we could look at it.
Maybe. That'd be great.
Whatever. But Catherine, good point. A lot of good things in there. I haven't been in there yet.
Really?
No.
Oh, I have.
Have you?
Yeah.
I haven't. But I'm going to.
Yes. I like to support locals. So,
I hear puzzles and all kinds of stuff and kids' toys and maybe, whatever.
And I've bought some stuff for the kids and, got it home. They've played with it for a while and they don't like it. So I just donate it back. So
I think it's awesome. Yeah, we've all been there, done that, and still doing it, right? So that's awesome. The Conseil régional environnement d'Abitibi-Témiscaming, so that's the regional council, I guess we can say. This is in French.
No, it's not. If you keep reading, it's Generation Opimican. There's an evening of discussions for the Onipiki project.
Okay.
It's going to be happening. This one's in English. Mine's in English. But it says
Les
Amis de la Rivière Kippawa, so the Kippawa River Friends.
Keep going, because mine's all in French.
Okay, and the Regional Council for Environment in Abitibi-Témiscaming are inviting the population of Abitibi and Témiscaming to participate in an evening of discussions where the citizens will have the chance to express themselves on the Onimiki project. The two organizations consider that very little information has been shared with the population.
Thank you.
And it's important for them to express themselves before the long process leading eventually to the BAPE. Do you know what the BAPE is? I'm not sure exactly what it is, but nope. I'm assuming the BAPE is the next step within the project of the Onimiki project.
Yeah, that would make sense.
So the meeting is tonight, January 16th, at the Théâtre de Riff in Ville-Marie. The doors will open at 6:30. The welcome speech will take place at 6:30 p.m. If you can't make it there, the event is also going to be broadcast online on the Facebook page of the Conseil régional de l'environnement de l'Abitibi-Témiscaming. And if you don't know how to find that, if you go into our Témiscaming News and Events page on Facebook, I did see it get shared in there, so you should be able to find the links. And the organizers are going to take the opportunity to briefly review the history of the project and present the concerns they have about the project. The floor is then going to be given to the citizens to allow them to express their concerns or comments on the project. Obviously, the goal is not to have unfavorable people present, but to stimulate cordial and respectful exchanges in order to have an overview of the environmental concerns and issues of the population.
Okay, do you feel like you're on your own?
A little bit. She's just my...
I really was in French.
Yeah.
I was like...
Oh, I believe you.
The whole thing was in French, and I'm like, so she just, you know...
Stephanie to the rescue.
Stephanie to, you know, I always had a paper. And today, I gave you the choice of the paper
She did.
or this.
I think next week she's going to give me the tablet.
Well, if
I may have to wear my other glasses.
No, I'm good with it. Let's talk about the town of Témiscaming, our
Yes.
town. So the first responders, an essential service is to save lives, obviously, especially as we see what's happening in California. Not very good. Very sad, actually. All these forest fires. But if you want to make a difference and help your community in critical situations, you can apply now. And first responders are part of like the with the fire brigade too as well, because we just said California and the fires. So you must reside in Témiscaming or surrounding area. So up to KIP was acceptable.
Yes.
18 years of age or older. You must be available to mandatory training and perform guard shifts.
Okay.
Demonstrate discretion, which means especially confidentiality.
Yes.
You know, everybody wants to know, but that's private, you know?
Yeah.
And appreciate teamwork. I believe that. I'm a teamwork player.
Yeah.
Have no criminal record, possess a Class 5 driver's license, and the goal of obtaining a Class 4A.
What's a 4A license?
To drive those big trucks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's like a bus, you know, you have to have a special...
Oh, it's the coach in Ontario.
Okay. So you have
Fair
to have
enough.
the special criteria if you're driving one of those, because they're not considered your normal
It's not a class 5
It's
vehicle.
considered commercialized vehicle, but
Okay.
different. Okay. English training is available. If you're interested, please contact the town of Témiscaming for more details.
Yep.
Oh, keep going. She's ringing.
So,
Hello?
so we have a notice from the Dottori Hall.
Okay.
They are saying dive into The Bachelor, a cult play of Quebec theater with Dolores,
Ooh.
a fascinating character who dares everything. Laughter, emotions, and unfiltered truths are awaiting for you at this event. The play is tonight, January 16th at 8 p.m. in the Dottori Hall. Don't miss this masterpiece.
It has been advertised, so
It has been. I've seen it all over town, actually.
Yeah, and I mean it's been on the community channel, whatnot. For those of you who are just waiting on our news, thank you for watching us. But it's kind of there.
Yeah.
Témiscaming Golden Age Club.
I want to be a member of the Golden Age Club.
Did you know, Catherine? You don't have to be retired or at a certain age.
I don't.
To be a Golden Age member.
I did not know that.
No?
I think you just made my day.
Okay.
Wow.
But I don't want to put a damper on anything. I'm going to say probably 98%.
I would
of them are.
probably be the youngest person there.
Absolutely. But it is open to everybody. My
cool.
husband and I were members, and then I didn't renew it. We got busy with things, and I said, oh, we'll have to get back in there. I'm looking at poor Stephanie, and she looks like she's in discomfort. Oh, shaking her head.
No, she's good.
She's lying. I could tell by the expression on her face. But anyway, so what's going to happen at the Golden Age Club? Line dancing.
I know.
Boot, scoot, and boogie. Can you
If
line
only
dance?
it weren't 9:30 in the morning.
I know.
That's my only downside.
I guess that's why if you're retired, it works out well. Most people are
Maybe I
working.
just need to retire. Beginners
Beginners are invited. Or maybe you need to retire. If you can, you do it, girl. Just do it. People are asking me that all the time now because my husband's retired. As
Well,
of
he can
December
go learn the
20th.
line dancing.
Oh, yeah.
Bring it home and teach us.
Okay.
Yeah?
You know who we're talking about, right?
I do.
Al will get up and dance on the dance floor if I beg him, but he's have to have a few in him so that he could relax.
Well, I guess we
Shoot.
could just, put the Baileys out with your morning coffee.
so keep going, Catherine.
So the line dancing classes are
I'm
going to
not using
start
the
Wednesday.
thing anymore.
We'll switch. So the line dancing classes start Wednesday, January 15th, so they've already started.
Thank you.
At 9:30 in the morning, beginners are invited. The classes are free. So anyone interested is welcome. You must obtain a membership card to the Golden Age to participate. So for more information, you can call Janine, I'm sorry.
That's okay. You
Odette
did well.
At 819-627-3416.
Okay.
You want to switch?
And normally I would be okay. It's just I don't know where she saved it. So there's like it went to all the icons. So I was
Okay.
right.
Fair enough.
So I'll just go carefully because it's sensitive. Magic fingers. Do you feel like you have magic fingers?
Depends on the day.
Do you know what the magic fingers are?
Isn't it a crochet or a knitting group?
It is. I remember, Catherine, when you first came to Témiscaming, because Magic Fingers has been going on a long, long time.
It has.
And we talked about that. Catherine used to host a long time ago, too. And we talked about Magic Fingers, and we were sitting right here when our studio got done.
Yeah.
And you were in Témiscaming for a bit, I should say. She's reading it. And so I let her read it. And I said, Catherine, do you know what magic fingers are? She goes, I have no clue. So every time we come up with something that maybe people aren't familiar with, because there's a lot of new people in town, we'll tell them what they are.
Absolutely.
So you're right. It's the Crochet Club, and they do an amazing job. You saw the Centipath.
Yes.
Those poppies they crochet
do the
on the
poppies,
benches.
yeah.
So really nice. The Magic Fingers have been back since Tuesday of this week. Welcome to all interested. And they want to see large numbers.
Yeah.
And I always said when I retire, because I don't know one needle to the next, and I know she does because she makes incredible blankets.
Oh, thank you.
Beautiful blankets. But I can put a needle with a thread and do that, and I don't know the rest, but I used to macrame.
Oh, yeah.
I used to love macrame.
I've never macrame.
So when I retire, I'm joining in with the Magic Fingers,
Oh,
so I can
cool.
help out there.
So there's another event called Baseball Pocket.
This sounds cool.
It really does. So you are invited to come and play Baseball Pockets every Wednesday afternoon for the pleasure of practicing and having fun at 1 p.m. For more information, you can contact Martin Bollet at 819-627-6374.
And I believe this is all at the Golden Age, eh?
I believe so.
Because the Magic Fingers and everything is all listed under the Golden Age, so I believe it's all there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very cool.
Lots of things to look forward
And
to.
we even have some more from the Golden Age.
Oh, we do. Popular Education of Témiscaming. Ooh. So the Golden Age Club, in partnership with Popular Education, will offer, I love it, now I'm going to retire, chair yoga. Chair yoga is really cool. I've been watching them online, and I kind of screenshot one of them, and I start to do some.
Yeah.
Okay? Just as simple. Legs up, twist, 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 whatever.
Yeah.
Do I ever feel good after, and my back feels good? My back's been feeling good. But this is amazing.
Yeah.
So, chair yoga. This is offered to all, free of charge, without a membership card.
Without a membership card.
8 weeks at a rate, 8 weeks at a rate of days per week.
2 days per week?
There's something missing. Do you have the word do?
No.
Okay. So, it's going to go 8 weeks.
It's Monday and Thursday.
So many days per week. We're not sure. But there's a phone number. So Monday and Thursday, 2 days a week. There we go. It continues.
2 days. Yeah.
Whew. We saved everybody. Monday and Thursday morning at 10:15 a.m. for approximately 40 minutes. This began on January 13th and ends on March the 3rd. For more information, contact Joanie Morin at 819-640-5235.
I might call her.
Yeah. Oh, you have time for that at 10:30 in the morning, Monday and Thursday?
I don't work on Mondays.
All right.
Or Fridays.
Okay. That's okay.
Well,
it's
that's
okay.
not true. I do. I work from home though, so my hours on Monday and Fridays are flexible. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
not Thursdays though.
Also at the Golden Age Club, in partnership with Popular Education, offers workshops for iPads and iPhones.
Yes.
You don't have to buy the book Microsoft for Dummies. You can just go there and learn. You remember those books?
You know,
Excel for Dummies.
You know, they
Microsoft
still
for
exist.
Of course they do.
They still do.
That guy,
and
what guy was
their
his name?
travel ones are fantastic.
Are they?
Yeah, we've used their travel ones. Someone gave me Toronto for Dummies, which is super funny because
Born and raised
for
in
those
Toronto.
of you who don't know, I was born and raised in Scarborough. It was funny. Someone gave it to me as a gag Christmas gift one year. And it was funny the amount of stuff in there that I actually didn't know was in Toronto.
See?
And I don't know if it's because I moved out of there in 1999, so obviously a lot of stuff has changed in 26 years. But yeah, there was a lot of little touristy things that I didn't know existed.
Cool.
And it's so true. When you live there, you don't tourist there.
I know people that live in Toronto never went to the CN Tower, so.
I hadn't been in the CN Tower till I was 27.
Because why would you? It's in your vicinity.
That's it.
You know?
I walked past it every time I went to a Jays game, but
Crazy.
yeah.
Okay, so if you want to learn the iPad, you want to learn the iPhone, and then you want to know who paid, I paid iPhone.
Yes.
Remember that commercial? So it's offered to all. It's free without obligation.
So no membership card?
No membership by the sounds of it. This starts on January 21st from 10 a.m. to noon.
Great.
Okay. At the premises of the Golden Age, registration is limited to 20 participants. To register or for information, contact Giselle at 819-627-9618 or Suzanne Shampoo at 819-627-6034. This is handy to have,
I might send that to my in-laws.
There you go.
It's often we get phone calls of, I can't do this on my iPad. I can't do this on my iPad. And thankfully, we have iPads, so we know how they function. It's when my mom calls with her Android tablet. It's like, how do I do this?
Yeah, little different.
I don't know. Go ask an Android user.
Go ask an Android user. Exactly. They're all different.
They are very, very different.
People don't believe it, but they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, as we're talking about iPads and iPhones and whatnot, our next subject is about balancing screen time in young people. More and more kids are, attached to their tablets. I will be honest, I am guilty of letting my kids use probably more screen time than they should, especially my teenager who now has her own cell phone. It's funny, we can track the number of texts that she sends.
But you could also, there's a certain time you can have it blocked.
Yep,
that
you
they
can.
have no internet, no nothing.
Yeah, there are fantastic parental controls, which are great.
Yeah.
But over the holidays, we left her phone unlocked because, their schedules changed. She was traveling, whatnot. And there was one day, Eric happened to look at our TELUS bill. She sent over 500 text messages in one day. Can you imagine?
So she doesn't have unlimited text.
She does have unlimited texts.
Oh,
thank goodness.
Phew, but that's a lot.
It was a lot.
All right.
So, do you remember a time when playing outside was not torture?
My kids loved it. So.
My kids still love playing outdoors, so I'm very lucky. But I do know that there's a lot of kids who feel that being forced to go outside to play is
punishment.
Is used as a punishment. So today's parents are faced with a complex phenomenon when it comes to screen use in young people. Certainly the advantages of electronic devices such as cell phones, video games, social media are numerous. However, the consequences of having unbalanced management are becoming worrisome. In order to support parents in the use of screen time, it's important to consider the recommendations according to the age of your child. So if you have a child 2 years or under, they do not recommend any screen time. It can harm the development of their language, vision, motor skills, and human relationships. Children 2 to 5, the maximum recommended screen time is less than an hour per day. And we're not talking about just electronic devices like iPads and iPhones. They're also talking about the television.
Static, everything.
Exactly. So I know less than an hour per day for kids 2 to 5. Like even the child care facilities my kids were in, I showed up and the TVs were on. TVs were put on at school during lunch hours. There's a lot of screen time. So it's definitely a challenge for that age period for parents, especially those working. I really do feel you. Because if they've already had less than that 1 hour screen time in the daycare and you come home, you're the only parent in the house to cook supper, it's definitely a balance.
I think it's also judgment.
I agree.
You know your children. My kids did like to go outside, and all their friends used to love coming to the house because they had back in the day, they had the Atari or the, we're talking 30 some years ago. We're not talking the new PSPs and whatever. But they would say, oh, can we go play? And my kids would go outside.
Yeah.
And like one time we found a kid in our house and we thought he was out playing, and Al and I heard a noise and we both jumped. And he was in the basement playing. Oh. So downstairs I went, what are you doing here? And he goes, I don't want to be outside. I said, you have to get outside. My boys are outside. You're not going to stay inside to play. Well, the kids are outside. So I get it 100%.
So continuing, kids 6 to 12, the maximum is 2 hours per day for leisure activities. It's also important to provide parental supervision to access the type of content, the context of the use, as well as the child's analytical capacity. From 13 to 19, there is no specific recommendation. However, it is essential to monitor the situation according to the type of context, the context of use, the age, as well as the physical and mental health of the teenager. So overall, it's you have to remember that maintaining communication with your children will allow you to stay informed if the situation becomes worrisome. And also remember, with teenagers, humor can sometimes promote openness to the discussion.
It's big. We have the newest addition in the family, so he's only 3 months old. And I put on a lullaby once. He was just he wasn't fussy or anything, but he was so tired that he was kind of forcing himself almost to stay awake. And I put on a lullaby, and I had the phone, but I didn't have it near me, but I had it kind of like this on an angle. And I hadn't realized that his head was just turned that way, but his eyes were there. And my daughter-in-law noticed it, and so she just came and she just kind of turned it away. So I hadn't realized that he was actually focused because there was movement on the lullaby. And I was grateful that she did that. I was not angry or anything. And she goes, no, it's not good for them. And I went, okay. And I was at first kind of like
surprised.
The baby's not like there, right? It was, a good distance. Then I thought about it, and it's true. We get static electricity, and all kinds of things could happen, and now we're hearing about it again more and more. So, do the right thing. So.
No, that's it.
All right, Sûreté du Québec. Those are our neighbors, in case you didn't know. And they did it again. Open book of the 16th.
There we go.
In French.
That's English. Okay. I'll keep going.
I got it. Hold on.
You got it?
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
Report on the. Jeez. I made a mistake. No, it's okay. So to report on the National Concentrated Alcohol Drug Operation. Maybe I should have let you do this one. The Quebec Police Services, in collaboration with the SAAQ, road inspectors are unveiling the results of the National Concerted Alcohol Drug Operation that took place from November 29, 2024 to January 2nd of the new year this year. During this period, several hundred road checks were carried out across the province, which I think is marvelous.
Yes.
Many of which were like a joint
effort.
The implementation of the road checks targeting the ability to drive while impaired by alcohol or drugs. People feel like, I smoked a joint, I'm okay, whatever. You're still
considered impaired.
That's right. So it allowed the police to intervene both in a cohesive manner and
coercive
manner, and in terms of awareness among many drivers.
Yes.
Thank you. Highlight: more than 800 drivers were arrested for driving while impaired by alcohol, drugs, or a combination of the two. 800.
Wow.
During the period of the National Concerted Operation, the SAQ ran an awesome campaign on impaired driving. We all remember that because it played a lot during the holidays. It played a lot because what happens at functions and parties, the drinking. With the theme, there are plenty of good reasons to be a designated driver. Yeah. You know what? We had I'll finish this thing. This campaign aimed to raise awareness among drivers amongst drivers about the importance of not drinking and driving. You know, if you've been drinking, but also to highlight the important role of designated drivers. I'll tell you, although the holiday season is over, police operations aimed at preventing impaired driving will continue throughout the year. You know what? They don't need to do it at Christmas. It needs to be all
Across
the
the
time.
board.
Continuous. Remember that patrol officers can stop motorists in order to detect impaired driving and arrest the defending drivers. No matter the time of the year, the rule continues to apply. When you drink, don't drive. So plan an alternative route solution. There are numerous ways or accessible ways for you to get back home. We had our skidoo party that just happened on the weekend, and Al being the president of the club, so, you know, always going over a few things, and we talked about the DDs. And Al says, it's better to take, I liked it because he's French, but he came out with an English slogan. And he said, it's better to take the DD home than have an SQ follow you home. And I thought, wow, it's true, right? And yeah, and some people say, oh, you know, I don't need it, I've got it. Yeah, maybe you think you're okay, but it's the people around you that could be in jeopardy.
Exactly.
So it's a very good point.
Yeah. So we had a question of the week, and I think you have the comments there.
You don't have the comments?
Nope, I don't have them.
Oh, they must be really small.
Yep.
Oh, well, we can share.
Okay.
So, Catherine, what is your New Year's resolution, first of all?
So my New Year's resolution this year is to keep our family calendar more up to date. So now I decided to pay for, we've always used an app called Cozy.
Okay.
So you have one login, and you can share that login with all of your family members, up to 5 people. And there is a free version. It's great. You know, you can do lists and to-do lists and grocery lists and whatnot. But if you pay for it, you can plan more than a month ahead. So we decided that we would try and pay for the full, they call it the gold membership, for the year, to see if it would help us be less surprised by things like the kids' PD days. You know, because oftentimes I'd get up on a Monday and look at the calendar and go, oh shoot, there's a PD day on Friday. You know, whereas with this, I can see the full month and, oh, there's a PD day. So I took the calendar and I put all of that in. I put our holidays. You know, we've put my daughter's schedule in there because she's week on, week off with us. So it's easier to plan the weekends if we know that Amelia's with us or not. So that's my goal, is to be more family organized with our dates and whatnot.
Okay.
So you,
Okay.
Lisa?
Mine is, I always say, no health, no life. So staying healthy means eating healthy. So listen, we're all guilty of our things and what we do, and especially during the holidays, come on, it's there, it's the food, it's fantastic. But what I mean by staying healthy is staying with keep the good supplements inside us, the vitamins. We do a lot of our own cooking. The processed foods that are in a box, stuff like that, is just, it's there if we really are stuck, you know, like wings or whatever. But to just concentrate more on what we're eating, because a lot of the food, especially if it's boxed, is high in potassium. You know, anybody who suffers with kidney problems, so et voila, potassium is a big factor. pH, phosphate is another big factor. So we started looking at stuff like that. Low sodiums. So cooking more with Epicure. Anybody who's using Epicure, it's recommended by Heart and Stroke now. And I mean, it's not only that. Take your Epicure product. Take a chicken bouillon that you would make soup. Go look at the sodium intake and go look at the sodium on your Epicure. It's reduced by almost 80%. It's all low sodium products, which is really, really good for you. And I mean, so that's our big key thing. Is just watch our intakes of what we eat and try to stay healthy, stay above. I mean, I'm not getting younger, So, and
Yeah.
we're getting up there. So
Oh, that's great. I use a lot of Epicure as well because
I love Epicure.
I love Epicure for the fact that everything is gluten free.
CB is the best though.
Oh my god.
You know what CCB is?
Cheddar, chive, and bacon.
Cheddar, chives, and bacon.
But did you know that it's not real bacon?
No.
It's a vegan.
It's a vegan
alternative.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic. I have a couple of friends who are vegan, and they'll see me putting this CCB on, and they're like, I'm like, it's
okay.
It's okay. And then I hand them the package, and they read it, and I forget which of the beans it is, but it is
soy.
Is it
Isn't
soy?
it soy?
No, I don't think it's a soy.
Oh,
It's a legume.
It is.
It's a legume they use, but I don't think it's soy.
My favorite is apple sage. I buy it by the case. I put that
Nice.
on everything. So Stephanie says hers is to be more active and to understand and respect her limits.
Yes.
So for those of you who don't know, one of the things Stephanie's doing is she's walking every day, and it's helping her. Well, she's almost walking every day, but it's helping her to feel better, get out, get exercise, and help control other things.
The anxiety.
There you
Yeah.
go. I wanted you to say it. I didn't want to say it. So, okay. Francine Patry. Sorry, Catherine. Here I said we'd
She
share.
says, moi je prends jamais comme je suis jamais. I'm gonna let you translate
Oh, okay.
that one.
Sorry, that was in French. So,
All right.
my apologies. I just closed this damn thing again. Oh.
Oh, here, give me the
Okay.
things, and I'll read the English ones. And
Okay.
I'll pass her back.
Francine Patry says, je prends jamais comme je suis jamais déçue avant moi-même. So what it means is she doesn't take things for granted. Okay, so
Okay. No.
She means she doesn't take resolutions to not be disappointed in herself.
Okay.
Okay, I was gonna say something in a different aspect then.
Okay.
So there you go, Jenna.
So Jenna Langlois says to try and go to the gym more and be more active. Nat Labras, she says her resolution is to put into practice the expression "let them," and to continue to respect her own limits. So she basically says, let them, let people be disappointed, let people be whatever they are, because you're setting your boundary, you're respecting yourself. Let Them is a huge movement right now. If you have not looked at it and you're interested, look up Mel Robbins and Let Them. She had a book come out at Christmas, so about it, and it was before then that we had the Let Them, but
Okay.
I
Who
know
else we have? You keep going.
Mel Robbins brought out a book at Christmas, and I have 6 or 7 friends who got the book for Christmas, so I'm just kind of waiting. Lisa said to stay healthy. I also said to eat more vegetables, be more active, and continue with my energy work.
Good.
And so far, I've been really good. I actually signed up for a course on learning accelerated release techniques,
Nice.
which is energy healing, if you don't know what that is. And then Carol Lambert said none. I find
It's the worst.
it's the worst time of the year to make changes.
It's true.
And I was reading something this week where I think it's January 8th is actually quit day. So if
Quit. Q-U-I-D or quick?
Quit.
Quick.
No, quit. Like I give up.
Okay.
Where most people who set a resolution like going to the gym or walking every day or something very extreme, they give up on the 8th. I saw that on Instagram, and I was I was like, no way. And then I was scrolling through Facebook later in the day, and one of the health blogs that I follow, they did this huge article on how the 8th, psychologically people say, oh, well, after first 7 days, nothing has changed. I don't feel different, whatever. I give up. It's not working. Whereas we all know that to change your habit, it takes a minimum of 21 days.
It's true.
So if you did quit, it's not too late to restart. Give it at least 21 days.
I always like the expression, never, ever give up.
Say so.
It doesn't matter
You can shift.
if you started it and you stop, just Never give up. Try
again. And if you don't feel it's working or if it's too hard, shift. Don't give up. Just shift and say, well, I wanted to run 5K 3 times a week. Well, 5K 3 times a week is not realistic. Maybe do 2.
Or reduce the days.
Exactly.
And then build it up. Exactly.
That's it.
Good point. I like it. So we have some happy birthday wishes.
We do.
All right, you start.
On January 16th, we didn't have anyone, but if you do have a birthday and we missed you, we're sorry. Happy birthday.
There was many. January 17th, Alyssa Le Breton.
January 18th is Caroline Frenette.
January 19th, Ross Emmett Denis Vachon.
January 20th, Courtney Zikin Lockyer.
January 21st, Marie-Pierre Valiquette Dando.
And January 22nd, Jimmy Roy, Nicholas
Bernacci,
and David Krieger.
And I do know of many, so I'm guilty. I was supposed to send it in, and I apologize. So happy birthday to all of you in January.
Yes,
how's that?
yes.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I have actually a lot of friends in January as well, now
There
that
we
you say
go.
it. So happy birthday to all of you.
Happy birthday. We have a thought of the week.
We do.
Oh, I like thought of the weeks. I love reading these because it really does bring a lot. It says a lot. So you have overcome so much in your life. Understatement, right? Faced challenges and accomplished incredible things. Take a moment, Catherine, Stephanie, to reflect on all that you have accomplished. Be proud of the strength and resilience you have demonstrated, Catherine, Stephanie. I'm going to do it this way because they're here with me and I know what they've overcome, but this is meant for everybody.
Yeah.
Your journey is a testament to your courage and determination. Appreciate your accomplishments, big and small, and celebrate the person you have become. You are a shining example of perseverance and growth. Continue to move forward with confidence, knowing that you are capable of accomplishing even more. You are truly remarkable.
Yeah.
Don't cry now, girls. It's true.
It's true. I
love that.
I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna blow it up, I think, and
Yeah, because
stick it on my office wall.
it says a lot. It's a statement.
It's a good reminder when you're having a bad day or a bad moment.
Yep.
To realize that it is just a moment in time.
You want to hear something silly, girls? Every week, once a week, and I have it set in my calendar for Monday on my computer, I put a new phrase.
Okay.
Thought, phrase.
Yeah.
But it's in my signature on my Outlook. So every time I send
cool.
an email, so this week's email is face the facts.
Okay.
Fear,
Yeah.
you run from it, or facts, you rise from it.
Yeah.
Something like that. And
Yeah.
I leave it in there for a week. Last
That's
week I
cool.
had something else. And then before Christmas, and I've been doing that for a long time. I started that about a couple of years ago.
Okay.
5 years ago. And every week, and I get comments from people saying, and I put it in a different color. So there's
Okay.
my signature, and I put it above my signature in red, italic, whatever,
Yeah.
so that they see what I'm sending out. But that's statement. And I've had people compliment me
Oh, that's
on
cool.
it. Yeah, and they said, wow. And they said, you had a different one. I said, yeah, I've been doing that for a long time. Wow, it's just different perspectives because we live around so many negative aspects in life, people, situations. I'm just trying to bring out a positive,
Oh, that's very cool.
yeah, something different.
I like that.
Yeah, cool. Bingo.
So yeah, we had our first bingo of 2025. Congratulations to Diane Plamondon and Tracy Blackmore for winning $500 each. Our next bingo is going to be Tuesday, January 28th at 6:30 p.m. We want to thank all our bingo sponsors, McGizzy Gas, where you can also buy your card. You can also get your cards at Lakeview, Stock 102, IGA, Crevier, Uniprix, Rosé Company, Dandy's, Esso, the Thorn Post Office with Joyce Pigeon, and here at the tvcTK studio at 1415 Chemin Kippawa.
I have some too, but I kind of do them differently. So they either work or they don't work. We had our bingo this week that just happened, and Angie, who normally is on our bingo, is off on medical leave. She was in hospital, but she needs to take care of herself. And Joyce has gracefully volunteered to come back and call.
Oh, nice.
So I was going to do the calling, so Joyce saved me maybe. And so I took the phones last night, and it was fun. And so I have to tell you a little kind of moment we had. Joyce is situated there, so the table is here for Stephanie on the clock. We had Martine on the big numbers up on top, and I'm on the phone. Well, it takes about 45 minutes before someone's going to call in on a bingo or whatever. So I came out here, and I sat here, I laid out on the couch, and just nonchalant, like nothing was, no stress, right? It went really well, but I want to say is thank you for everybody that's sponsoring us over and over again. And, you know, we're in a new year, and we are beyond grateful for everybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think that brings us to our end of our news.
That is the end of our news.
And anything you want to add?
No, just have a great week. It looks like it's supposed to be really cold this weekend. So
Extremely cold.
If you are planning to be outside, please dress appropriately. You don't want to get frostbite, and frostbite can happen very, very quickly in the temperatures that they're predicting.
And on that note,
and on that
and
note,
on that,
we're going to anoint something.
and on that note, she's absolutely right, because we're going to have lows of -24, -30. at
High
one
wind
point.
chills.
High wind chills. So please, on that note.
Yeah, when you're sending your kids outside to play, check the weather first to make sure it is appropriate to send your kids out.
Absolutely.
Especially the younger ones. The younger ones can get the frostbite a lot faster
For sure.
than
For sure.
adults do. So
For sure.
just be careful.
On that note,
Have a great week.
Have a great week, everybody.